Now we're talking with Democratic Representative of California's 21st Congressional District, Jim Costa, live from Washington, D.C. Good morning, Congressman. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. It's always great to be on Great Day.
Well, as a Democrat in the House, you were in the majority last session, but in the 118th Congress, you're now in the minority. How do you plan to navigate that shift in power and still get things done?
Well, I've been in the minority before, and if you're a good legislator, you can still get things done. We've got the reauthorization of the Farm Bill coming up. It's generally a bipartisan effort. Agriculture, of course, is so key to our valley. California is the #1 agricultural state in the nation. There's other efforts that we can look at in terms of bipartisan legislation. The Save the Sequoias Act. Our redwoods in the Sierra Nevada, we hold most dear, and it's important that we maintain those groves of redwoods that have been impacted by fires. U.S.-China relations, and also trying to get a medical school for our valley. Those are all bipartisan efforts that I intend to work on over the next 2 years.
Well, let's talk about the debt ceiling. Two questions here. The first is basic. Do you think it'll be raised? And the second is, if it is raised, what kind of compromises are you anticipating?
Well, we should raise the debt ceiling as a matter of course because it's to pay existing bills that we've already incurred. This isn't creating any new debt. Since 1978, the debt ceiling has been lifted 52 times, 32 times under Republican administrations and 20 times under Democratic administrations. Let me repeat that. The debt ceiling's been lifted since 1978, 52 times, 20 times under Democratic administrations, 32 times under Republican administrations. This is debt that we've already incurred. I am a blue dog. I believe in fiscal discipline. This is not the way to go about it. Risking the currency of the world, the U.S. dollar, that puts in jeopardy Social Security recipients, our Defense Department, and so many other important areas of our economy makes no sense. Yes, we need to balance our budget. As a matter of fact, the last time we did was 2001 during Bill Clinton's administration. But the way you do that is Democrats and Republicans work together on the issue of revenues and on the issue of expenditures, because you can't treat them separately. You need to treat them at the same time. And we can do that, but linking it to the debt ceiling is nothing more than political leverage and attempting to gain political points, which makes no sense to risk Americans and our economy as a result of this effort.
And speaking of the economy, inflation, that affects everybody. What kind of help can people expect from Congress?
Well, we're starting to see with the efforts of the Federal Reserve Board that inflationary pressures are beginning to lessen, and we hope that will continue. Certainly inflation impacts American pocketbooks every day, whether you're going to the grocery store or whether you're just paying your monthly expenses. And so it's very important that we get our handle on inflationary impacts to Americans' pocketbooks. But you know, the way you deal with that is getting an agreement, a bipartisan agreement, to work both on the issues of revenues and expenditures and let the Federal Reserve do its job.
All right, Congressman Jim Costa, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. And as a matter of fact, you know, we're the only country in the world, major economy, that has a debt ceiling. So it's important to note that.
Thank you, sir. It is